Okay, hey everybody, tonight's homework are going to be only even numbers. And remember, even numbers with the exception of 2 are composite numbers. So 2 is a prime number because it's only 1 times itself. So then you have 4, 6, and 8. Those are composite. They're because they can be split in half or divisible by 2. Very good. So we have 10 and 12. And then on the back page, you have 14, 16, and 18. 14, 16, 18. Okay, and let's get started. I had asked you to get some grid paper so that you can work on these problems. So I'm going to transfer this number here and see if I can get a little bit larger. Is it going to do it for me? Nope, it's not doing it. So we'll just have to work it out. So I have 26 and 25 hundredths. Please make sure that you are practicing and saying those decimals. Remember, you're going to line up your decimal number or your decimal points. And that's 73 hundredths. I am subtracting out. So I'm going to move this over here. Again, let me see if I can. I tried, but it's not doing it. All right, won't work. 5 minus 3 equals 2. I cannot take 7 from 2. I need to regroup. So this 6 now becomes a 5, and my 2 now becomes a 12. So now I have 12 minus 7 equals what? 5. Thank you. I completely. So it's 5 because 7 plus 3, if I take the 3 out of that, is 10, and then the 2's left over. That makes it 12. I'm going to bring down my decimal point. 5 minus 5 equals 0, and 2 minus 0 equals 2. So the answer is 20 and 52 hundredths. So I'm just going to place that right over here. Let's move on to number 4. Number 4 reads 43 and 66 hundredths minus 9 and 8 hundredths. If you want to start thinking money-wise, that would be really great because you can also say that if I had $43.66 and I want to take $9.08 away from that, that is another way of thinking of it. I'm going to go ahead and bring down my decimal. I cannot take 8 from 6. I'm going to regroup. That becomes a 5. I'm going to have it here. So now I have 16 minus 8 equals 8. 5 minus 0 equals 5. I can't take 9 from 3. I need to regroup. So this 4 now becomes a 3. And this 3 here in the hundredths now becomes, I'm going to add that 1. So now it's 13 minus 9. And what is that? 4, right? Because 4 plus 1 is 10 and 3 left over. And then 3 minus 0 equals 3. So it's 34 and 58 hundredths. So I'm going to place my answer over here. Remember, at any time, go ahead and pause it, rewind me so that you can be able to go back over it. Let's go to number 6. 25 and 75 hundredths minus 8 and 2 tenths, or I can say $25.75 minus $8.20. I'm going to go ahead and transfer this information over here. So this was number 1. That's this is 2, not 1, but this is number 2, 4. I'm going to go ahead and put 6 over here. And I have 25 and 75 hundredths minus 8, and we said it was 2 tenths, but I'm going to add the 0 as my hero right here. 5 minus 0 equals 5. 5 minus 2 equals 5. Bring down my decimal. I cannot take 8 from 5. And guys, you can always think of it this way. If I had 8 and I'm counting up how many do I need to get to 25, that's a 1. I'm going to bring this borrowed 1 over here, or 100, so now it makes it 1500, but it's 15 minus 8 is what we normally say. So this makes it at 7 and bring down my 1. So the total amount is 17.55 hundredths or $17.55. Number 8. This is doing it, find the sum or the difference. Same way, we're doing it size, but I'm going to stack it. So I'm going to copy this down and stack it. So this is going to be number 8. And I had 8 and 747 thousandths. And I'm going to subtract 4 and 8 tenths. But look at this. What am I going to put here in the blanks so that I don't make that mistake? Very good. 0 is my hero. I'm going to go ahead and bring down my decimal right away so I don't forget that. 7 minus 0 equals 7. 4 minus 0 equals 4. Cannot take 8 from 7, so I need to regroup. This 8 becomes now a 7, and I borrowed is putting it over here by the 7, makes it a 17. Now I have 17 minus 8 equals, well, 8 plus 8 is 16, so 8 plus 9 equals 17. 7 minus 4 equals 3. So the answer then is 3 and 947 thousandths. So I'm going to place that over here. 3 and 947 thousandths. Yay! Okay, so let's now move to number 10. We want to find the unknown numbers in the pattern, then write a description for the patterns. So you've been doing patterns for several years, for many years already. So here I'm going to look at if I had one whole and then I jumped to one whole and 1/10. What did I add? So I'm going to just show my work over here. I'll leave this on this side and I'm going to put this here. So hopefully you can see that. So I'm going to place this for number 10. I had one whole and then my sum is 2 and 1/10. What did I do to get to that? 0 plus what will give me 1? 1, right? 1 plus what will get me 2? Very good, it's 1. So I had to add 1 and 1/10 to get to that one. Let's see if that pattern still works. I'm going to move this up here. Now it becomes my add-in. My 2 and 1/10 plus, see, I'm going to be adding the 1 and 1/10 that I just did here. Is that going to give me the 3 and 2/10? Well, 1 plus 1 equals 2. Bring down my decimal. 2 plus 1 equals 3. So yay, that works out, works out, works out. I'm going to take my sum and I'm going to make it my add-in. So that's 3 and 2/10. I'm going to continue my pattern of 1 and 1/10. 2 plus 1 equals 3. 3 plus 1 equals 4. So is that 4 and 1 and 3/10? Absolutely. I'm going to put my decimal point there. All right, now let's see what is 4 and 3/10 plus my pattern of 1 and 1/10. And we could have done this as a T-chart as well, but I wanted to break it down this way just in case you were having any problems on figuring it out. So 3 plus 1 equals 4. Bring down my decimal. 4 plus 1 equals 5. So here is going to be 5 and 4/10. So I'm going to write 5 and 4/10. The description is we added, so I can say that I started at one whole. And then my pattern is add 1 and 1/10. Okay? Or you can put then. I'm going to just put then. That would be better. Then add 1 and 1/10. Let's look at number 12. Abby finished a biking race at 21 and 39 minutes. Juanita took 19 and 5900 minutes to finish. How much longer did Abby take to finish the race than Juanita? All right, so wow, okay, I'm going to look at that. How much longer did it take? So we're looking at a difference of them. So what operation will I need if I'm going to be comparing them? Very good. So let's go back to what we know. I know that Abby had 21 and 3900 minutes. And I know that Juanita had 19 and 5900 minutes. How much longer did Abby take to finish than Juanita? So my question, or my author's purpose, is to find out how long or how much longer Abby took to finish than Juanita. And now I'm going to subtract that out. So I'm going to move over to my grid paper, and I'm going to transfer my numbers. So this is number 12. And I have 21 and 39 hundredths. And I want you to use that decimal. When you see that decimal, I want you to say the word and. Make sure that it gets embedded into your brain, so when you are putting it in a place value chart, you know how to match that up. And you're writing it on the grid sheet, you know how to match that up. So 19 and 59 hundredths. Because I'm going to be comparing these two girls on their times, I'm going to be subtracting. So 9 minus 9 equals 0. I can't take 5 from 3. I need to regroup. So I'm going to take this 1, put a 0, and bring that over into the tenths. Now I have 13 minus 5 equals, okay, so 6 is 11, 7 is 12, 8 is 13. I was just counting up in my head. Cannot take 9 from 0. I need to regroup. I'm going to take 1 from the 2, and this becomes a 1, and I'm bringing it over here. So 10 minus 9 equals 1. Wow, it was 1 and 8/10 of a minute difference. So that's not bad at all. So here it was 1 and 8/10 minutes difference. Okay. Some kids had done number 13. I had a lot of kids that did all the problems. The sum of the number, and I really want to go over this one. No, you did not have to do it, but I really want you to practice on something like this. So this is number 13. And this is giving you clues. It says that the sum of two numbers is 5 and 36 hundredths. So I'm going to put a plus sign here, draw my line. This is my decimal, 5 and 36 hundredths. Okay. In my story, it says, and again, you did not have to do 13, but I really want you to work on something like this. This is a great thinking question. I really like this question. It stumped a lot of kids until we were going over this. So it says that one number has a 4 in the tenths place. So placing my decimals here so I can distinguish between whole numbers and decimal numbers. The closest number to the decimal is the tenths. So I'm going to have a 4 here. Then it says a 7 in the thousandths place. I'm going to place a 7 here. Then it says that the other number has a 1 in the ones place. I'm going to place a 1 here and a 2 in the hundredths place. Okay, and now I've got to find out what's in this number, this number. I have to find 4 digits. So let's get started. I have to think about 7 plus what will get me a 6 in the ones place. Okay, well, 7 plus 1, no, that's 8. 7 plus 2, that's 9. 7 plus 3 is 10. 7 plus 4 is 11. 7 plus 5 is 12. 7 plus 6 is 13. 7 plus 7 is 14. 7 plus 8 is 15. 7 plus 9 is 16. So I'm going to regroup. Well, I see my 2 plus the number that I regrouped, it's 3. So that's going to be good. So that means that this number will be very good. It'll be 0. Moving over here, 4 plus what will get me a number that's going to end in 0? Very good. 6, because 4 plus 6 equals 10. So now I'm going to regroup this. I need to get to 5. What could I have? This is already 1, 2. What is the difference? Very good, it's 3. So it's 3, 4, 5. So the 2 missing numbers is going to be 3 and 407 thousandths and 1 and 629 thousandths. So these are the 2 numbers that we added together. So again, I think that was really good as a brain practice so that you can see that. Let's go to number 14. Dara spent $13.02 on sandals. Oh, wow. I hope they were cute. $9.85 on shorts and $15.20 on a hat. How much change does she receive back from $50? What do we got to do first? Yeah, we got to add it up first, right? Got to find out what, first of all, if we go to the cash register, think of that bling, bling that goes across that sensor. So let's go ahead and add those up. I'm going to transfer my numbers over here. The first one was $13.02. And do you see how much easier it is to put it on a grid sheet? Less mistakes and your numbers can breathe easily. Lining up my decimals, I have $9.85 and there's $15.20. 5 plus 2 equals 7. Regroup. Oh, no, I don't need to regroup because it's just 7. It's less than 10. Oops, good catch. 8 plus 2 equals 10. Regroup that one for sure. Bring down my decimal. I'm going to find groups of 10 first. So I have 9 plus 1 is 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. 1, 2, 3. So the total amount that she spent at this store was $38.07. Now there's 2 different things that you can do. To find out how much change, you can add the $38.07 to each of your answers to see which one will equal $50. So that's one way that you can use it. Remember I was saying always use your answers if you're not sure, or you're going to subtract out. You gave the cashier a $50 bill. Now here it only said 50, but you got to remember that there's no change. It's a $50 bill. So I'm going to have my zeros to represent no change. Then I'm going to take my $38.07. Well, I got to get change back because I didn't have 7 pennies to give to her. I didn't give her $50.07. I gave her a $50 bill even. Remember I told you that I just do not feel comfortable about having to subtract out? I'm going to subtract 1 penny and now I'm going to become like the store. So this is $49.99. I am 1 penny away from $50. Now I'm going to subtract out $38.07. Now look at this. 9 minus 7 equals 2. 9 minus 0 equals 9. Bring down my decimal. 9 minus 8 is 1. 4 minus 3 is 1. I need to add in that penny again. So it's just going to be a 1. And so it'll be $11.93. So I have to put a +1. And that was your answer. So it's going to be B. Let's look at 16. Lon has a batting average of 334 thousandths. Gary has a batting average of 284 thousandths. What is there's that keyword, difference between the batting averages of the two baseball players? Let me go ahead and show my work on paper. I'm going to flip this over. And I'm just going to show my work here. Remember, my largest number is always the first to write down or on top. And I have 284 thousandths. Need to find the difference, which is subtraction. 4 minus 4 equals 0. I cannot take 8 from 3. I need to regroup. That now becomes a 2. And this 3 is now a 13. 13 minus 8. Well, we know that 8 plus 4 equals 12. So it's going to be 5 on that one, right? Okay, so now I have 2 minus 2 is 0, and bring down my decimal. So it is going to be real careful. We know it's not this, and we know it's not that. So in between here, yes, it's B, 5 hundredths, not 50 hundredths or 5/10ths. Good job. Be careful with that. Pay close attention to what you're doing. All right, and then the last one for tonight, this is 18. Jimmy adds 3 24 hundredths. Oops, I forgot to share this with you. Jimmy adds 3 24 hundredths, 4 294 thousandths, and 2 73 thousandths. How much more than 5 31 hundredths is the sum? Okay, wow. All right, let's take a look. All right, I'm going to transfer the numbers over here and let's get started. So the first one that he's adding is 3 24 hundredths. Then he added 4 294 thousandths. Then he added 2 73 thousandths. So I'm going to add those up. Put a 0 as my hero. Let's get started. 0 plus 4 plus 3 equals 7. So that's 7 thousandths. 9 plus 4 is 16, plus 4 more equals 20. And I have 2, 4, 6. Bring down my decimal. 7, 8, 9. Now, the questions, I have 9 607 thousandths. Then it says, how much more than 5 31 hundredths is the sum? So we're needing to find out, if you have the 5 31 hundredths, how much more is it than the sum? So I'm going to take that difference. Actually, I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to take this answer out. I'm going to put it over here. That way, if I have to regroup, or if I got to do anything, I at least can without having to get into this part right here. It keeps it cleaner and neater. So 7 minus 0 equals 7. Here, I cannot take 1 from 0, so I'm going to regroup. That becomes a 5, and bring it over here. Now I have 10 minus 1 equals 9. At the same time, I'm looking at my answer choices. Let me just do it this way. I'm looking at my answer choices, so I can start to eliminate. I have a 7 and a 9, so that doesn't work. So let's see if the first one. Then I have 5 minus 3 equals 2. So far, so good. Bring down my decimal. 9 minus 5 equals 4. So you can already start to confirm your answer using your answer choices. Much easier. Guys, don't make math harder than what it is. Use all your resources. All right, that was it for tonight. This is a reminder, I will not be in first thing in the morning. I've got a doctor's appointment, but I will be back as soon as it's over. Can you believe it? Yeah, doctor's calling sick. So mine called in sick yesterday, so I had to reschedule mine for tomorrow. But after that, I will be in. I'm going to have your work on Google Classroom. You're going to be taking your notes, watching a video, and starting your homework. If you hadn't finished a test or you're still behind on stuff, need to have it tomorrow, finish that up first before getting started on anything else. I trust that you're going to make great choices and be on your best, great leadership skills as possible. See you tomorrow.